right.
This is a combo, and it's one that I made, and that's another one that I made. This is 17 watts, this is 34 watts, and Matt from Monty's has come in to help me demo it. Matt has used this combo on a gig and has had it in his room, not his bedroom, but in his workshop, so he's kind of used to it, and I thought he would be a good person to come and demo it, so thanks for
It's a pleasure.
taking some time. So we're just going to run through a couple of, well, I'll fiddle around with the controls. It's basically the same controls as the little chopper, and the back end is a single KT88 running single-ended. The way that I got to this was by kind of extrapolating backwards from the amps that I made for Reeves Gabrels, who plays two 50-watt heads with The Cure, and the one that Queens of the Stone Age are using. Both of them have got different preamps on, but basically the back end of that, the power amp of that, is very, very similar to that. So they enjoyed it. So I thought, well, I'll make a quieter one because those are really, really loud. But yeah, actually this is still really loud, but just not that loud.
Can be, yeah.
In the cabinet we've got a single blue. Round the back there's the standard Audio Kitchen open close back feature, which possibly makes the combo slightly different than a normal combo because you can have it closed back if you want. Yeah, so we're just going to make some noise and then have a chat about how it performs and whether it's good or not. pretty good. The idea behind this was to make a platform for pedals which was as stripped back as possible. The original didn't have the power on it, didn't have stack on it, and I was really toying with only having a tone and a volume on it, and even taking the high-low and bright switches off. But as ever, more switches and knobs are cool, so
Yeah.
so I put them on there. These two will be extra. So if you want it without that, then that's that the base price is without those two.
Okay.
But if you think that they'll be useful, then obviously you can have those as an extra. So the idea was to just make something big and clean that would be a good thing to stand whatever distortion pedals or drive pedals or whatever pedals you want. Reverb, because reverb obviously lots of people don't like the sound of distorted reverb or distorted delay. So if this remains solid, then everything that goes in front of it can just be altered in order
as you want.
And you've used this on a gig. How did you find that?
So for me, when I gigged this, the thing that worked really well is there's tons of clean headroom, so you don't have to worry about your amp cracking up, especially for something that's 17 watts, which
it doesn't sound like a lot.
No, it doesn't sound like a lot, and this compared to other amps that are sort of the low wattage things, like you got your AC15s and that Marshall little thing, they crack up way earlier than this. So I think it's sort of sounds louder than it is. It's kind of a nice in between. You've got those like the little tweed things and up to your 40 watter. This it's really nicely in the middle.
Yeah.
And it's got a great shimmery top which cuts through. So you don't need to actually be massively loud for people to hear you.
Yeah.
Which is great. And with all my pedals and stuff in front of it, they're just it ate them up. It's good.
That's so. There wasn't any of your pedals that you thought, that doesn't sound really great through this. Whereas through some of my other amps, it sounded better.
No, it all worked. But because this is kind of a different beast, it's they took some tweaking.
Yeah.
But that's.
Yeah. What did you say? You had them.
I had them set for a little tweed amp I use, and the amp itself.
You can say it. Just say it.
My J20. And that breaks up a lot earlier than this does. So all my pedals, like my drive pedals and stuff, the first time I stood in them for a solo, it sounded like sort of a mosquito big beaten. Just because I needed, just needed to adjust settings, and then it was great. And the added bonus of this having the tighter low end, which was killer.
Good. Well, that's basically that type of gig is what this is aimed at.
Yeah.